What happens when someone believes in you? When someone recognizes your potential, helps you find your passion, and urges you forward. Momentum begins. Curiosity grows. Confidence gets a foothold. And eventually, you become unstoppable, pushing boundaries, opening minds, expanding worlds. Here, you breathe in a warm environment full of places and ideas to explore. You embrace your individuality and discover your true purpose. Your views are broadened. You're empowered to succeed. You are transformed, and then you transform the world. Community, possibility, change. Salisbury University opens doors to personal growth, dream careers, and new horizons. Take yesterday's experiences and today's opportunities to shape the future. Spark change. Make waves. Move boldly forward. Make tomorrow yours.
At Donnie Williams Stadium in Salisbury, Maryland. Welcome to today's presentation of Salisbury University Baseball. Today, the 4th-ranked Seagulls battle the 15th-ranked captains of Christopher Newport University, and we've got all the action for you right here on the Seagull Sports Network. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Jeremy Carr here at Donnie Williams Stadium, and CNU. That's all you have to say really here in Seagull land, the biggest rivalry Salisbury Athletics has, and it is a big one here as we move toward the conclusion of the 2024 baseball regular season. Two exciting teams, two ranked teams coming in today to do battle. Before we get started today, we're going to head down to the field for a special presentation. Last Thursday, Salisbury head coach Troy Brohan got his 300th career win here at SU. He is out with athletic director Monica Polizzi, so down on the field he is getting a poster honoring that accomplishment. The third Seagull baseball coach to win 300.
Every completed season, including 7 30-win campaigns, to go along with 8 consecutive NCAA tournament appearances, 4 College World Series berths, 1 national runner-up season, and the 2021 national championship. Entering today's contest, Brohan sports a winning percentage of .780, which is third highest in the history of Division III baseball and tops among active head coaches across all levels of the NCAA. Here to commemorate Coach Brohan's latest milestone is Salisbury University Director of Athletics and Campus Recreation, Monica Polizzi. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, let's hear the newest member of the 300 Win Club, Troy Brohan.
So a nice moment here at Donnie Williams Stadium and a good start to the day for the Seagulls, and they're hoping to continue that against top rival Christopher Newport. Again, we mentioned this, a huge game coming in. The Seagulls today have lost their most recent game. That was a 10-6 heartbreaker against Catholic, in which they were actually tied or down 1 heading into the 8th inning before Catholic pulled away. It was close for a while, and it put Salisbury in a tough position because currently CNU at the top of the C2C standings. So you can imagine this game holding tremendous sway there. CNU, on the other hand, they've come in winning their last 8 games, including one of those wins being over Mary Washington, which gives them the advantage in terms of conference record. Back on April 10th, they beat Lynchburg, number 21 ranked Lynchburg, 22-8, a ranked opponent that they just demolished. So they're 19-6 overall, coming off a big win. Again, for Salisbury, it's worth mentioning, in that loss to Catholic on that same day, April 10th, 10-6, Dylan Weinbrenner was 3 for 4 with a home run and 2 RBIs, so definitely someone to keep an eye on. And he's actually our player to watch for today. This season, Dylan Weinbrenner, he's been catching and DHing, a little bit of both. Our player to watch has played in all 24 games, or played in 24 games, starting 23 of them, averaging .357 with 10 extra base hits and an OPS of 1.078. He's actually second on the team in home runs with 5 and tied 4th in RBIs with 19, so he's been big. who has been big for the Captains, you may be wondering, it is their catcher/pitcher, number 11, Lincoln Lubson. This season, Lubson has started all 24 games he's played, averaging .360 with 12 extra base hits and 31 ribbies. He's got 2 hits in 4 consecutive games, or he had 2 hits in 4 consecutive games leading up to that win over Lynchburg. And this game is actually the final regular season game for CNU before they start C2C play, and they're looking to go into conference tournament on a high note, and a win would actually give them the conference home field advantage through the conference tournament, so they'll look to get a big win here. Salisbury looking to change that and hoping to host a few postseason games here. We will see how they do, but we're going to take a quick break as the coaches meet, and then we will come back for player introductions, the national anthem, and first pitch.
We understand an upside-down world, but they're writing us off before we get to the starting line. A stalled generation? Who do you think is gonna fix all this? We will, because our future is the future. So we're going to build bridges and hospitals in a day, and feed those left in the cold. We're going to do all this and more, because we have an appointment with destiny.
Welcome back, everyone, to Donnie Williams Stadium as we get set for player introductions. We're going to send you over to PA announcer Will DeBoer. Again, he's got starting lineups for us, so here that is.
Leading off the playing shortstop, number 10, Josh Reinhold. Batting second, the designated hitter, number 16, Zach Jarnowski. Batting third and catching, number 11, Lincoln Lubson. Batting fourth and playing second base, number 9, Doc Daniels. Batting fifth and playing center field, number 1, Aiden Seifel. Batting sixth and playing left field, number 46, Jacob Gooding. Batting seventh and playing first base, number 27, Aaron Maxey. Batting eighth and playing third base, number 2, Sam Benedict. Batting ninth and playing right field, number 4, Scott Crossan. The starting pitcher for the Captains, a right-handed sophomore from Manassas, Virginia, number 49, Brandon Cassidy. Keep the dust up. And now, let's meet and greet your Salisbury Seagulls. Leading off and playing center field, number 21, Andrew Kell. Batting second and playing right field, number 33, Tim Petroselli. Batting third, the designated hitter, number 13, Dylan Weinbrenner. Batting fourth and playing first base, number 2, Danny Sheeler. Batting fifth and playing third base, number 12, Alex Siegler. Batting sixth and catching, number 26, Zach Eastman. Batting seventh and playing left field, number 7, Adam Homer. Batting eighth and playing second base, number 9, Dom Frigiola. And batting ninth and playing shortstop, number 39, Trent Ware. The starting pitcher for your Seagulls, A right-handed senior from Columbia, Maryland, number 40, Benji Thalheimer. Now, ladies and gentlemen, at this time we ask you to please rise, and for gentlemen to remove your caps as we honor America with the playing of our national anthem.
And with that, we are just about set to get underway here at Donnie Williams Stadium. A windy day here in Salisbury. Seagulls in white, the home team, will take the field first. The captains in blue will bat first. On the mound for Salisbury, it is the senior Benji Thalheimer. So we take a look at some of his stats coming into today. Thalheimer, the 6'1" right-hander out of Columbia, Maryland, it's been a while for him since he's pitched. Actually, you'd have to go back to that Mary Washington game on March 30th. So just about 2 weeks of rest exactly for Thalheimer, who boasts a 5.06 ERA and a 1.36 whip. He has started all 6 games that he's appeared in, pitching in 21.1 innings exactly, allowing 18 runs off 22 hits, 12 of those runs earned. And, Thalheimer, again, a big game today against CNU. Boasts a 1-2 record. He'll try to even that up here against a very, very talented CNU lineup that's ranked number 15th in the nation, 19-6 coming into today, including 8 in a row. We saw Troy Brohan get honored before the game for his 300th win, the third Seagull coach to gain such an honor. And leading off for the captains, it'll be number 10, the shortstop Josh Reinhold. Reinhold, the team leader in average coming into today. He's hitting .387 at the moment. He's started 25 games and 106 at-bats. He's got 41 hits, 28 runs, 27 RBIs. And we're off. First pitch for Thalheimer misses outside for a ball. Wind blowing in from left field. Last year, these teams were 1-1 in the 2 games against each other. The first game here at Donnie Williams Stadium ended when Kavi Castor singled in the bottom of the ninth to bring home Cam Hyder. Second game, much less fortuitous for the Seagulls. They lost 8-2 down in Newport News, which actually ended an 9-game winning streak that the Seagulls had put together over conference rival Christopher Newport. Now Thalheimer ahead of Reinhold 1-2. This one is grounded to third. Seedlick fields it cleanly and relay throws to Sheeler. In time, 1 away. So a good start for Benji Thalheimer. And that brings up Zach Jarnowski. Jarnowski, the designated hitter today, batting .354. Again, a 22-game starter with 29 hits and 18 runs and 82 at-bats, including 23 RBIs. Fouls off the first pitch he sees. Been a tough few days for Troy Brohan's team in that loss against Catholic. The Seagulls lost grad transfer second baseman Kyle Brex to a knee injury, so Troy Brohan forced to do some lineup rearrangements. He brings in Dom Frigiola as there's a called strike, who started at second base most of last year. He's back in the starting rotation today in place of Brex. And Tim Petrocelli, who had been batting cleanup, this one's fouled off on the 1-2. Been batting cleanup most of the year, another grad transfer, now moved into the 2 spot that Brex previously held. So we'll see how this new lineup works. 1-2, Thalheimer delivers. This one is popped, foul down the right side. Thalheimer again, the 1-2. That one just misses the low outside corner. The Seagull dugout wanted the call. They're not going to get it. Count evens up. Now the 2-2. That curveball finds the zone for the called strike 3. Jarnowski sent down looking. First strikeout of the day for Thalheimer. Thalheimer with an impressive strikeout there to bring up Lincoln Lusbin, the catcher and our player to watch. Again, a .360 hitter with 12 extra base hits and 31 RBIs. Watches that one go by for a called strike. Thalheimer, so far, having no trouble finding the zone. Does so again right there, and it's 0-2. Lincoln Lusbin, second in the C2C in RBIs, behind only Tim Petrocelli. Fifth in batting average with that .360 number. 0-2 outside, he holds off, and it's 1-2. Lusbin also has chipped in 5 homers. Oh, back-to-back called strike 3s for Benji Thalheimer. 3 up, 3 down to start the game for the right-hander from Columbia, Maryland. A great start, and now we will see the Seagull bats coming up in the bottom of the first. That's coming up here on the Seagull Sports Network.
Salisbury University thanks its sponsors and corporate partners of Seagull Athletics. They are Adams Tap House Grill and Black Diamond Lodge, Lafayette Federal Credit Union, Nautilus Solar, Hopper's Tap House, University Park Apartments, Peninsula Orthopedic Associates, Island Creamery, Maryland Army National Guard, BioLife Plasma, the Irish Penny Pub and Grill, Surf Pro of the Lower Shore, Rise Up Coffee Roasters, M&T Bank, Bagel Bakery Cafe, Saltine Warrior Sports Pub, and Harry's Bar. Thanks again for your support of Salisbury University Athletics.
Seagull half of the first inning about to start off. It'll be the center fielder Andrew Kell leading off. Andrew Kell, what numbers he has put on so far this year. .532 batting average. That the team lead for Salisbury by a mile. Also the C2C lead. Kell has started 20 of the 24 games he's played. You can make it 21 and 25 now. 42 hits, 31 runs scored, and 29 RBIs and 79 at-bats for Andrew Kell. And it's also 10 of 12 of stolen base attempts, so a threat once he's on the base pass, and he gets there quite frequently, as we mentioned, with that .532 average. The next closest in the C2C for batting average behind Andrew Kell with that .532 number is Lowe of Mary Washington, who's batting .396. Kell and Petrocelli also tied for the conference lead in home runs with 6 apiece. So Andrew Kell seems to be well established in center field, taking over for Kavi Castor, who is now grad transferring with the Georgetown Hoyas. Brandon Cassidy pitching for CNU. The first delivery from him misses low for ball one. Brandon Cassidy, 6-1 on the season coming into today with a 2.42 ERA. Here's the 1-0, make it 2-0 as that one misses the low outside corner. 52 innings pitched for number 49. He has allowed 39 hits, 17 runs, 14 of which were earned in 189 at-bats faced. Opposing batters boast a 206 average, but he's quickly behind Andrew Kell, 2-0. Make it 3-0 as for 3 straight pitches he's missed low. So Brandon Cassidy going with the speed early. But so far, not high enough. Cassidy, a right-handed sophomore from Manassas, Virginia. Now the 3-0, inside for a called strike, 3-1. You expected Andrew Kell to take there, and he did. Cassidy, the C2C leader in strikeouts with 83. Not able to get one there as Kell holds off once again, and he's aboard with the 5-pitch walk. Good start to the day for the Seagull offense. They got their first base runner. It's the ever-dangerous Andrew Kell. And Tim Petrocelli, who we mentioned had been batting cleanup most of the year, now moved into the 2 spot with the injury to Kyle Brex. And sometimes it might get overshadowed because of Andrew Kell's monstrous batting average, but Tim Petrocelli putting up very impressive numbers of his own. A 363 average, has started and played in and started all 27 games for the Seagulls. One of just 2 players who has done that. In 102 plate appearances, Petrocelli has 37 hits, 25 runs scored, 32 RBIs, 6 homers, and 11 doubles. A .667 slugging percentage to go along with that for the grad transfer from Penn State Harrisburg. He homered in his first Penn State Abington, excuse me. He homered in his first at-bat as a Seagull back against the Cortland Red Dragons in the season opener. Now jumps ahead of Cassidy, 1-0. Cassidy struggled to find the zone. Only 1 strike in his first 6 pitches. He also has to keep an eye on Kell at first base. That one is grounded hard but foul down the first base line. Again, the Seagulls trying to get themselves in position to host some conference tournament games and maybe some NCAA tournament games. 1-1. Curveball drops in for a called strike, and Cassidy is ahead for the first time today. The 1-2. Grounded foul. Petrocelli stays alive. Very, very windy day here at Donnie Williams Stadium. No ball's been put. Only 1 ball put in place so far, so. And Petrocelli is rung up. That's actually, between the 2 pitchers, already 3 backwards Ks through the first 1 1/3 innings. Petrocelli the victim there, and that brings up the player to watch, Dylan Weinbrenner. Kell remains at first. Weinbrenner moved into the 3 spot because he has been so impressive hitting. Trying to move Andrew Kell. Another curveball that drops in. Good pitch from Cassidy there, and he's ahead of Weinbrenner 0-1. The 0-1. Weinbrenner belts it. See ya. You knew that one from the jump. 2-run dinger from Dylan Weinbrenner. There was never any doubt. And the Seagulls an early 2-run lead. Deep shot to left field puts Salisbury ahead. Andrew Kell comes home. Hard shot from Weinbrenner that brings up the cleanup hitter and first baseman Danny Sheeler. Sheeler, the other of those two players we mentioned, who has played in and started all 27 Seagull games. First baseman, batting .337 coming into today, with 31 hits and 26 runs scored on 92 at-bats. To go along with 19 RBIs. So you can bring Dylan Weinbrenner up to 6 homers to tie him with Kell and Petrucelli for the team lead. As here's the 0-1. 0-2. Fastball finds the zone. What really makes that Weinbrenner home run so impressive was that was against the wind, which is blowing in from left field, and still had enough carry on it to find the railroad tracks. The 0-2. This one hit in the gap between third and short. This will be a single for Danny Sheeler. Running over to cover is Koenig in left. Back-to-back hits for Salisbury. And Danny Sheeler is aboard as Alex Seidlich, the third baseman, comes to the plate. Seidlich making his 6th start of the year, a .214 batter, with 6 hits and 4 runs in 28 plate appearances. 2 RBIs, just 2 extra base hits. But a chance to keep a run going. Salisbury with 2 consecutive hits, trying to make it 3. Good fastball there from Cassidy to jump ahead 0-1. Brandon Cassidy in all 5 at-bats, or in the last 3 at-bats, has done a good job at jumping ahead early. He walked Andrew Kell to start, and then fell behind Petrucelli, but rebounded with 3 straight strikes against him. But ironically, it's been the 2 batters that followed the ones where he did jump ahead early that have done the most damage. Weinbrenner the homer and Sheeler the single. Cassidy checks Sheeler at first. The 0-2. This one's grounded in the gap. Make it 3 straight hits as there's a single from Alex Seidlich that moves Danny Sheeler to second.
Now batting catcher, number 26, Zach Giesemann.
Still only 1 out. The Seagulls have potential 3rd run of the 1st inning in scoring position with the catcher Zach Giesemann coming to the plate. And already seeing you out to have a meeting at the mound with Brandon Cassidy in some trouble. Not going to see a change here as there's no movement in the captain's bullpen. More just the coaches probably trying to calm Cassidy down after 3 straight hits, including that crank from Dylan Weinbrenner. So here is the pitch to Giesemann. He flies one. Wind going in that direction. Is this going to be another homer? It is. 5-0 for the Maroon and Gold. Giesemann brings home Sheeler, he brings home Seidlich, and he comes home himself.
That's a 3-run home run for Zach Giesemann.
5-0 Salisbury. Giesemann hits it to right. What a start for the home team.
Now battling left fielder number 7, Adam Tomer.
Still only one out here in the first as Adam Tomer, the left fielder, comes to the plate. Adam Tomer played in and started all but one game this year. Batting .333 in 93 at-bats. He's logged 31 hits, 21 runs as his bunt goes foul there, and 21 RBIs. Giesemann with great contact, certainly helped by the carrying wind. And the Seagull offense exploding out of the gate. The 0-1 to Tomer. Grounds that one down the third baseline. A nice fielding play by Benedict. Is he going to make the throw in time? He is. Diving stop by the third baseman, Sam Benedict, enough to retire Adam Tomer. That ends a run of 4 consecutive Seagull hits. The 5-3 ground out. And that brings up the number 8 hitter, Dom Frigiola. We mentioned he was the regular second baseman last year. Now back at that spot because of the injury to Kyle Brex. Frigiola, 33 plate appearances this year, 7 hits, good for a .212 average. That one drops into the inside part of the zone on the curveball for a called strike 0-1. And Brandon Cassidy already about to throw his 23rd pitch. And here it is. It's a good one as Frigiola swings but comes up with air. The 0-2. Strike 3. Frigiola swings and misses. And Cassidy finally gets out of the inning, but what an inning it was for the Seagulls. 2 homers and 4 hits in total bring home 5 runs. Top of the second coming up.
Are you a Seagull fan or parent who bleeds maroon and gold? Join the Maroon and Gold Club to help support Salisbury University student athletes. Visit suseagulls.com for more information. The Maroon and Gold Club, for those who bleed maroon and gold.
Salisbury University thanks its sponsors and corporate partners of Seagull Athletics, including Lafayette Federal Credit Union, Hopper's Tap House, University Park, Peninsula Orthopedic Associates, Island Creamery, the Irish Penny Pub and Grill, Serve Pro of the Lower Shore, Rise Up Coffee Roasters, M&T Bank, Specific Gravity Pizzeria and Beer Joint, the Maryland Group of Long and Foster, Saltine Warrior Sports Pub, and Harry's Bar. Back to work goes Benji Thalheimer, working against the 4, 5, and 6 hitters of the captain's lineup. He took just 15 pitches to send down the first 3 CNU batters. And then his offense went to work, and in very impressive fashion. We thought that Weinbrenner home run was impressive. Zach Giesemann one-upped him with a 3-run bomb to deep right. Brings up the cleanup hitter, Doc Daniels. Daniels stationed at second base for the captains today. Curveball didn't curve there for Thalheimer. 1-0. Fastball missed on the other side of the zone, and Thalheimer's quickly behind Daniels 2-0. That one misses outside, so very favorable count for Doc Daniels, who jumps ahead 3-0 on Thalheimer. Daniels a .313 batter. Draws a 4-pitch walk there. Good start to the CNU half of the second for the Captains. That brings up Aiden Stifle. Stationed in center field today. Stifle, a .268 batter. Started 23 of the 24 games he has played in. In 97 at-bats, he's logged 26 hits, 25 runs scored, and 10 ribbies. Grounds that one hard between first and second. And that'll be a single for Stifle that advances Doc Daniels to second. First hit of the day given up for Benji Thalheimer. And it brings up the left fielder Koenig, who all of a sudden now comes to the plate with 2 on and nobody out. Koenig making just his 9th start of the year. In limited plate appearances, just 29 to be exact. He's batting .345. He shows bunt here, and that one goes back up the middle, and Koenig does his job. Thalheimer relays to Sheeler, but the runners advance. So the Captains have 2 in scoring position with 1 gone in the top of the second. First baseman Aaron Maxey comes to the plate. A deep fly ball would likely be enough to bring home Doc Daniels. Base hit would bring home Stifle as well. This one's grounded foul. The 0-1. Down the first base line, Sheeler fields and throws home. The run does score. They'll get the out. As Daniels came home, it was a nice attempt by Sheeler to make the throw. So Maxey out on a fielder's choice. Stifle goes to third. Daniels scores, and it's 5-1. That brings up Sam Benedict. Who falls behind Thalheimer 0-1. It's the fastball. Finds the zone for a called strike. The 0-1. Check swing, but Benedict might have been better suited to take the full swing there as he's behind 0-2. Thalheimer trying to limit the damage. This one a bouncer. Sheeler grabs it, steps on first, and the inning is over. The Captains do get one back, but the Seagulls limit the damage. 5-1 as we head to the bottom of the second.
Remember to visit www.suseagulls.com anytime, day or night, to find out more about Salisbury University's 21 varsity sports. The Salisbury Athletic website is the home of everything you need to be up to date with the Seagulls. From stats and stories to historical information and video highlights from the Seagull Sports Network, you can find it at the online home for Salisbury Athletics. suseagulls.com, your one-stop shop for everything maroon and gold. And for even more ways to follow Salisbury Athletics, follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at SU Seagulls.
Well, it'll be hard for the Seagulls to match the success that they had batting in the first inning when they brought home 5 runs off 2 deep shots, but they can certainly try, as it'll be the number 9 hitter Trent Ware starting things off here in the bottom of the second. In that first inning of work, the Seagulls forced Brandon Cassidy to throw 24 pitches. So, number 25 will be to Trent Ware. Trent Ware making his 10th start of the year, a .310 batter with 9 hits and 12 runs scored. First pitch he sees is a fastball that misses low. Cassidy trying to make much quicker work of the Seagull lineup as he's got the top of the order due up after Ware. Curveball called strike 1-1. Ware fouls that one off, and he's behind 1-2. See if Cassidy's able to settle down. Started off that first inning with a 5-pitch walk. Didn't really recover till he was able to get back-to-back outs out of Tomer and Frigiola. Trying to start off stronger here, and he does. He strikes out Trent Ware. 3 strikeouts on the day for Brandon Cassidy. That brings us back to the top of the order, and Andrew Kell, who walked in that first inning, was later brought home by the Dylan Weinbrenner home run. And Cassidy's first pitch to Kell. It's a good one. And he's ahead 0-1. Again, we mention it. Brandon Cassidy so far has been very good at getting first pitch strikes. Does so again right there. Following pitch, not as good, however, it misses outside. The 1-1. That one hits the bottom of the zone for a called strike. And Cassidy back in front 1-2. Trying to get back-to-back strikeouts to start this second inning. And the windup in the 1-2. Fouled away, count stays put. So we'll do it again, the 1-2 pitch. Inside, just a bit too far inside, count evens up. Cassidy, the 2-2. Curveball went low. They'll check. First base umpire says that Kell did not go around, so the count is full. At the first full count we've seen from either pitcher today. Payoff pitch. Sent back up the middle for a base hit. Andrew Kell is aboard for the second time in as many at-bats. And it'll bring up Tim Petrocelli, the right fielder who struck out looking in the first inning, trying to make up for it here. Kell waits at first. The first pitch to Petrocelli is skied to center field. Stuffle coming under it. He almost lost it, but then came and got it back. So a deep fly out for Tim Petrocelli.
Now up to bat, DH number 13, Dylan Weinbrenner.
Dylan Weinbrenner comes back up, showing you why he was the number 3 hitter coming into today. What a shot that was to deep left. I'm sure he'd be more than happy to do that again and once again bring home Andrew Kell from first. Called strike there to go ahead of Weinbrenner from Cassidy. Now the 0-1. Slider missed outside. Weinbrenner wisely held off. Again, Cassidy missed outside in the low outside corner. Weinbrenner now ahead 2-1. And you can expect Brandon Cassidy being very careful with Dylan Weinbrenner after that moonshot he hit back in the first. The 2-1, nice curveball there, and it's 2-2. Now they'll check Kell at first. He just does get back. But a good job by Andrew Kell. CNU trying to end the inning here, not able to, as that one's fouled off by Weinbrenner. Salisbury 25-14 all-time against the Captains. They had won 9 in a row, as we mentioned prior to that 8-2 loss in Newport News last year. Now the 2-2. Kell goes. This one is sent up the middle and it'll drop in center field. Andrew Kell got a good jump. He'll head to third. Dylan Weinbrenner moves another runner into scoring position. He's 2 for 2.
Now batting first baseman number 2, Danny Sheeler.
Danny Sheeler comes up. He singled and later scored in the first. A single here. Still 2 outs. Cassidy's first pitch to Sheeler, back up the middle, base hit. Kell comes home with ease. Weinbrenner goes to second, and the Seagulls get that 1 run back.
Now up, third baseman.
Weinbrenner was 2 for 2. Kell was 1 for 1, and now Danny Sheeler 2 for 2. That brings up Alex Seidlich. He singled and then was brought home on the Zach Giesemann homer. Certainly looking for a homer himself. Curveball didn't have enough on it there. Cassidy in trouble of falling further behind. Now the 1-1. Good pitch there for a called strike. That pitch misses low, and it's 2-1. Cassidy looking back, he'll deliver again. This one into right field, settling under it is Crossan, and he's got it, and the inning is over. Teams trade ones in the second inning through a full 2. Salisbury leads it 6-1.
Remember to visit www.suseagulls.com anytime, day or night, to find out more about Salisbury University's 21 varsity sports. The Salisbury Athletic website is the home of everything you need to be up to date with the Seagulls. From stats and stories to historical information and video highlights from the Seagulls Sports Network, you can find it at the online home for Salisbury Athletics. suseagulls.com, your one-stop shop for everything maroon and gold. And for even more ways to follow Salisbury Athletics, follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at SU Seagulls.
Join us all season long on SGSN to catch your favorite teams in action. Number 4 baseball today versus number 18 Christopher Newport. Number 2 softball versus York, Pennsylvania. Doubleheader tomorrow, April 14th at 1 and 3 p.m. On Monday, baseball will play Wilson at 3 p.m. And then the next day on Tuesday, we'll take on Newman, also at 3 p.m. Following day, baseball once again at 3 p.m. against Stevens. Number 4 women's lacrosse versus St. Mary's of Maryland that same day, Wednesday, April 17th at 5 p.m. Number 2 softball doubleheader versus Mary Washington, senior day doubleheader, Saturday, April 20th at 1 and 3 p.m. Number 1 men's lacrosse, their senior day versus Montclair, Saturday, April 20th at 1 p.m. And number 4 baseball versus Mary Washington, Saturday, April 20th at 2 p.m. Visit suseagulls.com for the complete up-to-date schedule and join us for the Seagulls' latest chase for a championship. There's a swinging strike there that evens up the count to Scott Crossan. Crossan, the number 9 hitter, is sent down with a strikeout. Thalheimer gave up 1 run in the top of the second, righting the ship there. That brings us back to the top of the captain's order, and Josh Reinhold, he grounded to third to start off the game. And what was an impressive inning of work in the first inning for Benji Thalheimer. Crossan. Oh, Frigiola almost grabbed it out of the air, but he does get it to Sheeler in time. He's going to be mad he didn't catch the line drive, but good reaction time by Frigiola to relay to Sheeler after knocking it down. So it'll be a 4-3 instead of a line out. And that'll bring up Zach Jarnowski. He struck out looking in the second inning. But this time he jumps ahead of Thalheimer 1-0. And that one gets a piece of Jarnowski, so it won't be another 1-2-3 inning. He's aboard with a hit by pitch. That brings up Lincoln Lusman. Struck out looking to end the third. Now comes to the plate with 2 outs and a runner on here in the CNU half of the third inning. First pitch to Lusman. High for a ball. Dahlheimer trying to put up his second 0 frame in 3 tries. 1 out away from doing so. This one's hit hard. A jumping grab by Seidlich, and the inning is over. Dahlheimer gets that 0 through 2.5. Salisbury holding on to that 6-1 lead.
Sure, we care about the environment and the community.
But we weren't sure what we could do to make a real impact that wouldn't cost us a fortune. Then we found out about Nautilus Community Solar. We don't have to own our own home, and it doesn't cost us a thing. In fact, we actually save money by choosing community solar.
It feels good knowing that we're creating a more sustainable and more affordable future for our family and friends.
Let's build a brighter future together. Let's solar.
Due up for the Seagulls in the bottom half of the 3rd inning. It'll be Zach Giesemann, Adam Tomer, and Dom Frigiola. We've already got 7 hits and 6 runs through just 2 frames. 3 of those runs came off of Zach Giesemann, who sent one out of play to deep right back in the 1st inning. Trying to do so again right here. Cassidy, Brandon Cassidy at 47 pitches right now. First pitch to Giesemann. You again expect caution. Kind of the same way he was cautious when pitching to Weinbrenner. The 1-0. Giesemann bounces that one foul down the 3rd base line. One. Nice curveball there from Cassidy. We've seen him a couple times as he goes ahead of Giesemann 1-2. Have some really good off-speed pitches, but really just that 1st inning, Salisbury jumped all over him, 4 straight hits, including 2 long shots. The 1-2. Giesemann into center. That's going to drop in for a base hit. 2 for 2 to start the day from Zach Giesemann. Wind kind of pushed that one down in front of Stuffle. Giesemann's aboard with a leadoff single. That brings up Adam Tomer. He grounded out to 3rd in the 1st inning. One of the few Seagulls that did not get aboard in that 1st frame. Giesemann gets the 8th hit already off of Brandon Cassidy. Tomer shows bunt, pulls back. Maybe unwisely, he looks back, he thought it was low. But he's behind 0-1. See if he tries the bunt again. And he shows it, and he lays it down. And it's a good one. Sack bunt moves Zach Giesemann to 2nd. So Adam Tomer does his job. As Dom Frigiola comes to the plate for the 2nd time, struck out swinging to end the 1st. Now a chance with Zach Giesemann waiting in scoring position to bring home another. Curveball went a bit too far outside from Cassidy. I wonder if the wind played a factor in that one. Regardless, Frigiola starts off strong. Cassidy looks back a couple times. Now the 1-0 delivery. Frigiola skies that one into left center. That's going to fall. Coming home is Giesemann. He will score standing up. An RBI single for Dom Frigiola. 7-1 Seagulls. Just really a shocking turn of events here in the first third of this game. These two teams pretty close in standings, both ranked, both a lot of wins on the year, but the Seagulls jump all over Brandon Cassidy. Are already up 7-1. Trent Ware trying to keep that going. He struck out swinging to start the second inning. Fouls this one off. The 0-1. Grounded down the third base line, but it just does go foul. And Ware quickly behind 0-2. Cassidy looking for that second out. Won't get it there. Does not get the call on the outside part of the plate. 1-2. Cassidy will check Frigiola at first, but he gets back in time. That one sent back up the middle for another base hit. Where, but in the gap between second and short, moves Frigiola to second. And yet another hit, the 10th already for Troy Brohan's team. That brings us back to the top of the Seagull order and Andrew Kell. But Kell will not face off against Brandon Cassidy, as out comes head coach John Harvell. And Brandon Cassidy lasts just 2 1/3 innings before he gets chased. So a pitching change early. We're going to take a break. Seagulls threatening in the bottom half of the third.
Salisbury University's graduate programs are highly ranked and designed to educate and empower you to take your career to the next level. With master's, doctoral, and certificate programs to choose from, you'll be in high demand. Our faculty are dedicated to your success. Conduct research, enhance your knowledge, and become a leader in your field. Many programs have online options, providing quality education with flexibility and support. Learn more about opportunities to make tomorrow yours. Apply now at salisbury.edu.
I became a teacher for our children to help guide them to a brighter future. I educate myself on topics like clean energy, then share that knowledge with my students to help create a sustainable community. Community solar is a great source of clean energy, and it's affordable, more sustainable, and more affordable. Now that's a bright future for me and the kids. Let's build a better world. Let's solar.
Welcome back, Welcome back, everyone, to Donnie Williams Stadium in Salisbury, Maryland, as we continue in the bottom half of the third inning. Pitching change, the first of the day. CNU sends in Mitchell Mortensen in place of Brandon Cassidy. Mortensen making his 6th appearance of the year. Boasts a 2.45 ERA coming into today. In 7.1 innings of work, Mortensen has allowed 8 hits and 2 runs, both of which were earned. Opposing batters boast a .276 record against Mortensen. He'll work against Andrew Kell, who is making his 3rd plate appearance in as many innings. A walk and a single thus far. The 1-0. Fastball in there for a called strike, 1-1. Mortensen, the lefty. Kell skies that one. Will it fall down? Fair? No, it just does curve foul down the right field line. Fragiola goes back to second. Ware goes back to first. So we will do it again right here. One, two, the high pitch. That was going to get past the catcher. Wild pitch from Mortensen moves the runners to second and third. An inopportune wild pitch from Mortensen is now a fly ball from Kell. Really anything out of the infield is likely going to be enough to bring home at least Frigiola. A base hit will also bring home Ware. The 2-2. This one is skied into left field, a mile high. Koenig under it. He makes the catch. Run. No, he drops it. Wow. A very costly drop from Koenig. He lost it in the sun, and Frigiola comes home. Ware will stay put at second. Kell will reach first on an error. Ball hung up in the air for a long time. It looked like Koenig might have lost it in the sun. And a drop. Check swing from Petrocelli. Petrocelli, one of the few Seagulls not to have success at the plate thus far. A looking strikeout and a deep fly out in the first 2 innings. And he gets hit there, so scratch that. Petrocelli aboard. Mortensen catches the inside part of Petrocelli's uniform. Ware now 90 feet away. Kell at second. And bases loaded for the number 3 hitter, Dylan Weinbrenner. 2 for 2 thus far. A chance to do even more damage. One out, bases loaded. for Dylan Weinbrenner. Mortenson's first pitch to him is outside. It pulls up Lubson. The 1-0. That one too far inside, 2-0. Now Mortenson better be real careful here. He really can't afford to walk. It's 8-1 already. 1 out. Force play at every bag. Trying to get a ground out from Dylan Weinbrenner, who takes a hack there. He was looking for the slammer. Came up with air, 2-1. Mortenson delivers. Low, 3-1. Back against the wall now for Mitchell Mortenson. Got to pitch a strike here, the 3-1, and he doesn't. A bases loaded walk, and Trent Ware comes home. Kell to third, Petroselli to second. Great eye from Dylan Weinbrenner to draw the walk, and it's 9-1 Seagulls. CNU has already given up 3 in the third inning, in danger of giving up more. Same situation, but now for Danny Sheeler. That one a little too far inside for a ball. 1 out, force play at every bag. The 1-0. Sheeler belts it, and it's down. This will be a single that brings home 1, 2, and that'll be it. A 2-run single for Danny Sheeler. Kell scores. Petroselli scores from second. Weinbrenner goes to third. 11-1 for the Maroon and Gold. Sheeler hits one in the gap to right center that goes off the wall. And that brings up Alex Seidlich. Seagulls have now batted through the order here in the third inning. Still only 1 out. Seidlich 1 of 2 thus far. The 1-0. Called strike there from Mortenson, evens things up. Seidlich again holds off, probably should have swung, and it's 1-2. Outside pitch there, Seidlich holds off. Mortenson already at 20 pitches just in this inning. I Seidlich a hard foul towards the CNU dugout. The 2-2. High, 3-2. Four and 2 on the outside pitch. Bases are loaded once again. Seidlich draws the walk. Sheeler goes to second. And it brings up Zach Giesemann. He singled and later scored earlier in this inning. He led off the third with a single, came around to later score. Now with one out and the bases loaded, still in the third, looking to keep the run going. Lefty-righty matchup. Mortensen misses outside, pulls Lubson out of the strike zone. Giesman 2 for 2 already, trying to make it 3 for 3. This a high pop-up. High. A lot of confusion, and it drops in. They're going to get the force out at home. Weinbrenner thought it was going to be a pop-up. And a runner didn't advance. It was Giesman, some confusion out here. This one never made it out of the infield. I think that would make it an infield fly rule, and that's what Troy Brohan is arguing. Bases were loaded. They got the force play with Weinbrenner. There was one out already, so if it was an infield fly, regardless, Sheeler goes to third. Weinbrenner's out at home. Seidlich stays at first. Adam Tomer sack bunted earlier in this inning. Now batting with 2 outs and runners on the corners. Tomer pops that one up. Drifting back is Daniels, and he's got it, and the inning is over. Merciful ending to the third for CNU. And a third of the way through, the Seagulls lead it 11-1. They bring home 5 in the third inning.
Great seats at a great price. Get them safer, simpler, and smarter with Ticket Smarter. A proud partner to the biggest names in live sports and events, including ESPN events and iHeartRadio. TicketSmarter has seats for over 125,000 live events and 48 million tickets for sale. All backed with the TicketSmarter 100% ticket guarantee. Thinking about your next great live event? Think smarter. Think TicketSmarter. Get your tickets your way, guaranteed, at TicketSmarter.com.
Folks, don't forget to visit our friends at Nautilus Solar to learn how to lower your monthly utility bill and power your home with clean energy. With Nautilus Community Solar, everyone who lives in Maryland and pays a utility bill is guaranteed to save 10% or 25% if you qualify as low to moderate income. All you need to do is sign up. No investment, roof, or commitment is needed. Learn more at nautilussolar.com. That's NAUTILUSSOLAR.com. Top of the fourth inning starting off here. Seems like it's been forever since we've seen CNU take the plate. A wild pitch from Thalheimer is going to put Doc Daniels aboard. He walked and later scored in the second inning. And a good start to the fourth for the second baseman. So that brings up Aiden Stuffle. He singled and made it to third but got no further. Thalheimer had to wait a long time in between work but gets back in a bit of a groove right there. Blows a strike by Aiden Stuffle. Seagulls batted through the order in the third. 5 runs to show for it in the 1-1. Stuffle shows bunt, pulls back. Now the 2-1. Fastball from Thalheimer low, 3-1. Right now, Benji Thalheimer working with a comfortable, to say the least, 11-1 lead. Just over 40 pitches, 41 to be exact. And number 42 is outside for a ball, and now he's in a little bit of trouble. Benji Thalheimer issuing back-to-back walks to start the 4th inning. And as such, out comes pitching coach Austin Heenan to talk things over with him. So Heenan, along with Giesemann, discussing how they want to approach Jacob Koenig with Benji Thalheimer. 2 runners on, no outs here in the top of the 4th. Couple of 5-run frames for the Seagulls. Koenig was retired on a sac bunt in the 2nd. So no listed plate appearances for him thus far. Now he'll ground that one to short where it's fielded in the relay to third. Seidlich steps on the bag. Seagulls get the force out, and Daniels is gone. Koenig goes to first on a fielder's choice. Stuffle goes to second. Aaron Maxey, the first baseman, comes to the plate now. He was retired on a fielder's choice in the 2nd. That was when he grounded down the first base line. Sheeler stepped on the bag and tried to get the relay throw at home, but did not beat out Doc Daniels. Thalheimer throws very hard. You've seen that throughout the first 4 innings of this game. Though he's behind Maxey 1-0. That one misses outside. And Maxey now ahead 2-0. Thalheimer gets the call that time on the outside part of the zone, called strike 2-1. The 2-1 pitch, this one is skied into foul territory. Seidlich comes over and makes the grab. He had to run hard towards his own bullpen, but he does run it down. Foul territory pop out for Aaron Maxey. That brings up Sam Benedict. He grounded to third to end the 2nd inning. Thalheimer looks for his third 0 frame in 4 tries. Pitches in the dirt. Giesemann covers. Runners hold. Now the 1-0. Half-hearted swing from Benedict there evens things up. Now the 1-1. Again, Thalheimer brings the heat inside, 2-1. Two one, 2-2 called strike there. Puts Sam Benedict up against the wall. Thalheimer trying to end the inning here. Not able to, misses low, count is full. Payoff pitch, here it is. And Benedict draws a walk to load the bases. Stuffle goes to third, Koenig to second. Brings up the number 9 hitter, Scott Crossan. Struck out swinging to lead off the third in his first plate appearance. Takes a hack in the first swing there. The 0-1. Outside, Thalheimer. High pitch count in this frame. Now the 1-1. Sent back up the middle, and it drops in front of Kell. A run will score, maybe two. It's going to be a close play at home, but Sheeler will not make the throw. A 2-run single for Scott Crossan. Stuffle scores, Jacob Koenig scores. Sam Benedict goes to second. That brings us back to the top of the captain order and Josh Reinhold. 2 groundouts for him. But CNU able to cut into this deficit a little bit. Thalheimer misses low that time. Reinhold, the seventh CNU batter to come to the plate here in the fourth. Fouls that one straight into the ground. Now the 1-1 delivery. Here it is. Swinging strike there, and Thalheimer ahead 1-2. Now the 1-2 pitch in the dirt. Reinhold holds off. Good eye there from Reinhold, and what looked to be a close pitch on the delivery dropped at the last moment. Now the 2-2. High, and Reinhold has to duck out of the way. Count is full once again. Thalheimer let that one get away. And some pitchers warming in the Seagull bullpen. Payoff pitch. Runners go. Fouled out of play, so we'll do it again. 2 outs, so the runners will move on contact. Three-two high, and another walk by Thalheimer, and the bases are loaded once again. Benedict now 90 feet away. Crossan at second. CNU trying to cut into this deficit even more. It'll be Zach Jarnowski, reached on a hit by pitch in the third, but got no further. With a chance to bring some more runners home. And right now he is just challenging Thalheimer, who can't seem to find the zone, and it looks like that's going to be it for him as Troy Brohan makes the walk out. So we will have a pitching change here in the top half of the fourth. Benji Thalheimer, good first couple innings of work, but struggling here in the fourth inning, so pitching change coming up.
Are you a Seagull fan or parent who bleeds maroon and gold? Join the Maroon and Gold Club to help support Salisbury University student athletes. Visit suseagulls.com for more information. The Maroon and Gold Club, for those who bleed maroon and gold.
Salisbury University's graduate programs are highly ranked and designed to educate and empower you to take your career to the next level. With master's, doctoral, and certificate programs to choose from, you'll be in high demand. Our faculty are dedicated to your success. Conduct research, enhance your knowledge, and become a leader in your field. Many programs have online options, providing quality education with flexibility and support. Learn more about opportunities to make tomorrow yours. Apply now at salisbury.edu.
Well, Troy Brohan going to the bullpen here in the fourth inning. It'll be Cole Williams coming on. Cole Williams, a 7-1 record coming into today. Those 7 wins good enough to lead the C2C. Williams a 3.86 ERA. Regular bullpen player. He draws the ground out there. The flip to second in time. Cole Williams takes one pitch to end the fourth. CNU does get 2 back. Seagull half of the inning coming up.
I became a teacher for our children to help guide them to a brighter future. I educate myself on topics like clean energy, then share that knowledge with my students to help create a sustainable community. Community solar is a great source of clean energy, and it's affordable, more sustainable, and more affordable. Now that's a bright future for me and the kids. Let's build a better world. Let's solar.
Great seats, safer, simpler, and smarter with TicketSmarter. Choose great seats from over 125,000 live events, all backed with a TicketSmarter 100% ticket guarantee. Get your tickets smarter at TicketSmarter.com.
In the Maryland Army National Guard, get a head start in a career in exciting fields including science, communications, and engineering. The Maryland Army National Guard can pay up to 100% of your tuition so you can focus on learning. To learn more about the Maryland Army National Guard, go to nationalguard.com/MD. That's nationalguard.com/MD. After the Seagulls had 11 plate appearances in the third, CNU makes a pitching change, bringing on number 45, Colin Darcy. Darcy making his third appearance of the year. He boasts a 6.75 ERA. Frigiola grounds that one to first. Maxey runs over to grab it and flips to Darcy, steps on the bag, and Frigiola is gone. That brings us back to Trent Ware, one of several Seagulls to get a hit and later a run in that third inning. But going back to Colin Darcy, just 1.1 innings of work coming into today. A hit and an earned run given up. Sends that one by Trent Ware. Swinging strike there by Ware, and he's quickly behind Darcy 0-2. Darcy got Ware to swing, but he got a piece of it. Fouled it off, count stays put. Misses the zone that time. The 1-2 from Darcy. Outside, count evens up. Now the 2-2. Ware pops that one straight up. Lubsen grabs it and throws down the first base line. Trent Ware is gone. Tough ground out for Ware that time, but that brings us back to the top of the Seagull order and Andrew Kell. He's reached base 3 times on a walk, a single, and an error. He's come around to score every time. So Andrew Kell padding his numbers a little bit today. This one is hit down the line fair beyond the outstretched glove of Maxey. He'll try for second, and he will slide in safely, a double for Andrew Kell. He's reached base 4 times. And Kell, as we continue through this game, will be hitting for an unconventional cycle. He's got a walk, a single, and an error and a double, all to reach base. So not quite the usual cycle we're accustomed to, but he's reached base 4 different ways. Tim Petrucelli has reached in one of his 3 tries via a hit by pitch in the third. He came around to later score. Now with Kell in scoring position, that one went back to the wall, or to the backstop, but it was because Petrucelli fouled it off. He's behind Darcy 0-1. Make it 0-2 as that one's inside for a called strike. Now the 0-2 pitch. Petrucelli grounds it foul. So we'll do it again. Petrocelli skies that one into center field. Stuffle running under it. And he's got it for the third out. CNU a much-needed zero frame. That's the first inning Salisbury has failed to score a run. But through 4, they still lead it 11-3. Due up for CNU. It's Lubson, Daniels, and Stuffle.
Salisbury University thanks its sponsors and corporate partners of Seagull Athletics. They are Adams Tap House Grill and Black Diamond Lodge, Lafayette Federal Credit Union, Nautilus Solar, Hopper's Tap House, University Park Apartments, Peninsula Orthopedic Associates, Island Creamery, Maryland Army National Guard, BioLife Plasma, the Irish Penny Pub and Grill, Surf Pro of the Lower Shore, Rise Up Coffee Roasters, M&T Bank, Bagel Bakery Cafe, Saltine Warrior Sports Pub, and Harry's Bar. Thanks again for your support of Salisbury University Athletics.
Welcome back, everyone, to Donnie Williams Stadium. Through a complete 4 innings. It's been mostly Salisbury thus far, and it's been an impressive performance from them. They lead the CNU Captains 11-3. But it's the number 3 hitter in Lincoln Lubson due up for John Harvell's team. Makes contact with that one into right. Petrocelli adjusting, and he makes the catch. 1 pitch, 1 away. So far, Cole Williams, who came in relief of Benji Thalheimer, has thrown only 2 pitches and gotten 2 outs out of it. And Lubson was our player to watch coming in, now 0 for 3 on the day. That brings up Doc Daniels. He's drawn 2 walks thus far, so a great eye for the ball does Daniels have. Now the 1-0 grounds that one up the middle, deflects off Williams' glove. This will be a single for Doc Daniels. Williams had a tough break on it. That's just the 3rd hit of the day for the Captains. And Daniels has now reached base in all 3 of his plate appearances. And that brings up Aiden Stuffle. Single and a walk. Right back to Williams. The 1, the 6, the 3! What a play by Williams, an ending double play. Seagull half of the 5th coming up.
We understand an upside-down world, but they're writing us off before we get to the starting line. A stalled generation? Who do you think is gonna fix all this? We will, because our future is the future. So we're going to build bridges and hospitals in a day, and feed those left in the cold. We're going to do all this and more, because we have an appointment with destiny.
Friends, generosity is rewarding. Donating plasma can make a big difference to your monthly income and an even bigger difference in the lives of people with rare diseases. New donors can get up to $900 in their first month donating. Visit BioLifePlasma.com to register to become a new donor today. BioLife Salisbury is located at 125 West College Avenue in the College Square Shopping Center next to Planet Fitness. Well, a 1-6-3 double play to end the top half of the 5th. And that brings up Dylan Weinbrenner, who has got a home run, a single, and a walk in 3 plate appearances so far, facing off against Colin D'Arcy. Seagulls still leading 11-3. We hit the halfway point of this game. That one's fouled off. The 0-1. That one's high, so make it 1-1. And before anything happens, we're going to have another meeting at the mound as pitching coach comes out to talk with Colin Darcy. One pitcher warming in the CNU pen. I don't know if they were discussing, the umpire's out there talking, so I'm not sure what the discussion was about. If it was something with Darcy's equipment or if he just needed a stoppage because of his foot. Regardless, Dylan Weinbrenner returns to the batter's box. Count sitting at 1-1, make it 1-2 as he fans that time. Darcy, the 1-2 pitch, called strike 3, and Weinbrenner is gone. Good start to the 5th inning for Colin Darcy. That brings up Danny Sheeler. 3 trips to the plate and 3 singles for the Seagull first baseman. He's only come home to score on one of them so far. Fouls that one into the CNU dugout. The 0-1. Sheeler grounds that one down the first base line, and it'll stay fair. The flip back to D'Arcy gets Danny Sheeler, and there are 2 gone.
Now batting third baseman, number 12, Alex Seidlick.
That brings up Alex Seidlick. 1 for 2 with a walk, as well as a single for the third baseman. Came around to score in the first. That walk in the third. He got stranded at first. Pitch was low and hit Lubson. He's in pain. Ball took an unfortunate drop for Lincoln Lubson. Coach has come out. I think it bounced, so we'll hope he's okay. So, stoppage here. We'll hope that Lubson's okay. We'll take a break. We'll come back. We'll hope Lincoln Lubson's okay.
Remember to visit www.suseagulls.com anytime, day or night, to find out more about Salisbury University's 21 varsity sports. The Salisbury Athletic website is the home of everything you need to be up to date with the Seagulls. From stats and stories to historical information and video highlights from the Seagull Sports Network, you can find it at the online home for Salisbury Athletics. suseagulls.com, your one-stop shop for everything maroon and gold. And for even more ways to follow Salisbury Athletics, follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at SU Seagulls.
Welcome back, everyone, to Donnie Williams Stadium. Fortunately, Lincoln Love's unable to get up after a while, and he'll resume catching. Just took an unfortunate bounce off the pitch there. Alex Seidlich returns to the plate. The count 1-0 in his favor. Make it 1-1 as he swings and misses that time. And Seidlich bounces that one. Having trouble with it at first is Maxey. Backhand flip doesn't work. Seidlich reaches. We'll see how they score that one. I think Seidlich was going to beat it out, even though Daniels struggled with the flip. So that'll be an error charged to Aaron Maxey. And it puts Alex Seidlich on first. Zach Giesman coming to the plate. He was 1 of 2 in the third inning. Also had a home run in the first. The 0-1 now to Giesman outside, 1-1. Even count pitch. Giesman fouls it off. Now the 1-2. Giesman a deep fly into center, drifting back. Able to make the catch is Stuffle. An impressive play out in center field to end the inning. Through 5, Seagulls still lead it, 11-3.
Sure, we care about the environment and the community.
But we weren't sure what we could do to make a real impact that wouldn't cost us a fortune. Then we found out about Nautilus Community Solar. We don't have to own our own home, and it doesn't cost us a thing. In fact, we actually save money by choosing community solar.
It feels good knowing that we're creating a more sustainable and more affordable future for family and friends.
Let's build a brighter future together. Let's solar.
Nautilus Community Solar lets you choose clean solar energy to power your home. Our local community solar farms harvest the sun and send that energy to your utility provider, who delivers the power to your home through your existing power lines. You won't see any changes to your electricity service, only a lower utility bill. Any Marylander is eligible to participate. Neither a person's financial status nor geographical locations prevents them from saving money while consuming energy in a more environmentally friendly way. Sign up today at nautilussolar.com. and start saving by choosing clean energy. Let's solar! Close play as we finish up the read. It looked like they might have been able to get Koenig at first on the hit back up the middle. But he's called safe. So Jacob Koenig leads off the 6th inning with a single. That brings up Aaron Maxey, a fielder's choice and a pop-out so far for him. As Cole Williams continues to work. This one skied into center. Kell coming under it. Tomer there as well. Kell makes the catch. And Maxey is sent down. That brings up Sam Benedict. A ground out and a walk in the 4th inning. On that walk, he made it to 3rd, but got no further. Williams, a fast delivery and windup. Something really interesting about his pitching style is just as soon as he gets set and the ball leaves his glove, it seems like it's heading towards home. But he's now behind Benedict 2-0. Fifth inning, the first time this game that neither team has scored in the frame. Two one, fouled off 2-2. Two-two pitch, strikeout for Williams. Benedict sent down swinging. First strikeout of the day for Williams coming out of the bullpen. That brings up Scott Crossan. He had an RBI single in the 4th. Looking for another single there, but comes up with air. The 0-1. 0-2 as Williams gets him to swing again. That one in the dirt, Giesemann adjusts 1-2. Outside 2-2. Williams pulled Giesemann off his feet. So this pitch is bounced to Frigiola, who fields and flips to Sheeler. Inning is over. Cole Williams does his job once again. Back-to-back 0 frames pitched by the Seagulls. Now we have the bottom of the 6th inning coming up after this.
Salisbury University thanks its sponsors and corporate partners of Seagull Athletics. They are Adams Tap House Grill and Black Diamond Lodge, Lafayette Federal Credit Union, Nautilus Solar, Hopper's Tap House, University Park Apartments, Peninsula Orthopedic Associates, Island Creamery, Maryland Army National Guard, BioLife Plasma, the Irish Penny Pub and Grill, Surf Pro of the Lower Shore, Rise Up Coffee Roasters, M&T Bank, Bagel Bakery Cafe, Saltine Warrior Sports Pub, and Harry's Bar. Thanks again for your support of Salisbury University Athletics.
Well, the 7, 8, and 9 hitters due up for the home team. They'll face off against a new pitcher for CNU. It is number 23, the lefty Christian Williams, coming in out of the pen, a 2.45 ERA pitcher with an 0-1 record to his name, making his 10th appearance of the year. 7.1 innings pitched coming into today. Williams has allowed 7 hits, 2 runs, both of which were earned. As we said, he'll face off against Tomer, Frigiola, and Ware. Tomer 0 for 1 with a sac bunt thus far. Now he lays down a bunt that time, and a missed throw at first. Tomer's going to head to second. Costly error from Christian Williams. Tomer will try for third, and he will reach safety. Did he come off the bag? No, he held on. Adam Tomer laid down the bunt, and a costly throwing error from Christian Williams, who just came into the game. That'll be another CNU error. It takes just one pitch for the pitching coach to come out to talk. It looked like he was going to go talk to Christian Williams, but actually he'll be talking to the umpire. It was going to be a close play at first regardless. So an inauspicious start for Christian Williams. Adam Tomer now at third. And I want to correct myself. I said he was 0 for 1. He's actually 0 for 2 as he came to bat twice in the third inning. Still did have a sac bunt. But you can make him 1 for 3 now. Or he'll stay 1 for 2, actually. And now just 90 feet away with Frigiola at the plate. A single, a ground out, and a strikeout for the second baseman, who swings at one low there. The 0-1, make it 0-2 as Frigiola has seen 2 pitches, swung at them both, yet to make contact. Oh-2 outside and just missed on the pitch from Williams. Frigiola, good eye. 1-2. There's the delivery. Frigiola fouls it off to stay alive. One-two, outside, and the good job by Lubson to adjust and grab it to keep Tomer at third. The 2-2. Strike three, and there's a big one from Christian Williams to retire Dom Frigiola.
Now up shortstop, number 39, Trent Ware.
First strikeout of the day for Christian Williams. And it brings up Trent Ware. A single, a strikeout, and a ground out like Frigiola. And like Frigiola, will face Williams with Adam Tomer 90 feet away from home. The 1-0. Ware takes a hack that time, 1-1. Tomer, an outfielder, he's got decent speed, so really anything on contact, any kind of ball in play should be enough, unless it's a shallow pop-up. But Williams trying not to let it get that far. One and two now. Popped foul down the right field line. Another 1-2 again. Ware down the right field line, and it just misses foul. So Tomer will head back to the hot corner. Ware will do it again. 1-2. Fouled down the right side again. Tough battle ensuing here with one out in the bottom of the sixth. One, two, outside 2-2. That ends a run of three straight 1-2 pitches. Two inside in the dirt, and it hit Trent Ware, so it looked like it might have been a pass ball, but they say it hit Ware, so Tomer will have to stay at third. Ware will head to first. And that brings us back to the top of the Seagull order. Andrew Kell. We talked about this after his double in the top of in the fourth. A walk, a single, an error, and a double on the day for Andrew Kell. Now with runners on the corners and one out, Williams trying to work a ground out of the leadoff center fielder. Outside pitch that time. The 1-0. That one misses low, 2-0. Williams delivers 2-0. This one's belted high into left. Drifting back is Koenig. And he's got it. Tomer tags. Plenty enough on that one from Andrew Kell. Sack fly. And it's 12-3.
Now batting, right fielder number 33, Tim Petroselli.
That'll bring up Tim Petroselli. He's got A looking strikeout, 2 flyouts, and a hit by pitch on which he later came around to score on. Now working with Ware at first base. 2 outs, Ware will go in the dirt, so Trent Ware will reach second safely. There was never a throw. Trent Ware moves into scoring position with 2 outs and Petrocelli at the plate. The 1-0. Good curveball that time, 1-1. Williams looking back a couple times, now winds and delivers. And he hits Tim Petrocelli. We've seen that a couple times from captain's pitchers. So that was how Trent Ware reached base, and it's how Petrocelli reaches as well. Now it's Weinbrenner who led off the 5th with a looking strikeout, but prior to that was 2 for 2 with a walk, as well as a run scored and a run batted in. A couple of runs batted in, excuse me. Wind has died down a little bit, still blowing pretty hard in from left field. Now the 1-0. That one misses outside. Williams didn't get the call, 2-0. Williams working from the hitter's count. This one's fouled out of play. The 2-1. Outside once again. And now Weinbrenner really ahead, 3-1. It looks like he got hurt a little bit on the delivery there. Trainer comes out. Another CNU injury. We'll have to step away. Well, we'll hope that Christian Williams is okay.
Salisbury University thanks its sponsors and corporate partners of Seagull Athletics. They are Adams Tap House Grill and Black Diamond Lodge, Lafayette Federal Credit Union, Nautilus Solar, Hopper's Tap House, University Park Apartments, Peninsula Orthopedic Associates, Island Creamery, Maryland Army National Guard, BioLife Plasma, The Irish Penny Pub and Grill, Surf Pro of the Lower Shore, Rise Up Coffee Roasters, M&T Bank, Bagel Bakery Cafe, Saltine Warrior Sports Pub, and Harry's Bar. Thanks again for your support of Salisbury University Athletics.
Great seats at a great price. Get them safer, simpler, and smarter with Ticket Smarter. A proud partner to the biggest names in live sports and events, including ESPN events and iHeart Radio. Ticket Smarter has seats for over 125,000 live events and 48 million tickets for sale. All backed with the Ticket Smarter 100% ticket guarantee. Thinking about your next great live event? Think smarter. Think Ticket Smarter. Get your tickets your way, guaranteed, at Ticketsmarter.com.
Well, we will hope that Christian Williams is okay. He's forced to leave the game. Looked like a shoulder injury, and into the game comes number 22, Jack Anderson, making just his second appearance of the year. His first one did not go very well, lasted just 2/3 of an inning. Gave up 2 hits, 3 earned runs, and it really skewed his ERA, which sits at 40.5 currently. But he comes in with 2 outs in the bottom of the 6th and facing Dylan Weinbrenner at a 3-1 count. Just a really unfortunate turn of events for Christian Williams. And again, we will keep him in our prayers and hope that he is okay. But it has been a busy day in the Seagull sports world. We had the War on the Shore earlier today. Salisbury victorious over Washington College just across the road at Seagull Stadium. Up at the College of New Jersey, women's lacrosse won in a nail-biter 10-9 over another ranked opponent, number 10 TCNJ. And in a doubleheader against Ursinus, Seagull softball and center fielder Abby Mace set the Salisbury home run record. Right here at Donnie Williams Stadium, Seagull baseball trying to make it an immaculate day for fans of Seagull athletics. They're well on their way to doing that. 12-3 lead. The 3-1 pitch to Weinbrenner. He threw his bat. He was getting ready to head to first. He thought the pitch was high, but it drops in for a called strike, and the count is full. Payoff pitch, runners go. Weinbrenner swings and misses for strike 3, and the inning is over. Anderson comes in and retires Dylan Weinbrenner. Top of the 7th coming up.
Salisbury University's graduate programs are highly ranked and designed to educate and empower you to take your career to the next level. With master's, doctoral, and certificate programs to choose from, you'll be in high demand. Our faculty are dedicated to your success. Conduct research, enhance your knowledge, and become a leader in your field. Many programs have online options, providing quality education with flexibility and support. Learn more about opportunities to make tomorrow yours. Apply now at salisbury.edu.
As we get set to start the final third of the game, it'll be the top of the CNU order, and shortstop number 10, Josh Reinhold, leading things off. 0 for 2 with a walk is Reinhold thus far. Williams blows one by him for a called strike to start the CNU half of the 7th. Tries to send another one by him, but that one's low. 1-1. April 13th, 2024 has been, we talked about, as Seedlick fields and throws across the diamond in time to get Reinhold for the 5-3 putout. Has been an eventful day in Seagull Land. Just 2 days away from April 15th, which is better known in the baseball world as Jackie Robinson Day. It'll mark 77 years since Robinson debuted for the then Brooklyn Dodgers. He would, of course, become an integral part of the Boys of Summer era of Dodger baseball, along with Duke Snyder, Gil Hodges, Pee Wee Reese, among others. Robinson, a part of the 1955 World Series winning Dodger team and several other pennant-winning teams. Will be celebrated in Major League Baseball in 2 days, as this one's hit hard in the gap where Petrocelli runs under it, and it'll be a base hit for Zach Jarnowski.
Now to bat, catcher number 11, Lincoln Lubson.
And brings up the catcher Lubson. Cole Williams currently sitting at 21 pitches. Gets the called strike there on number 22. It's another called strike, and he's ahead of Lubson 0-2. Troy Brohan, who was honored with his 300th victory before the game, pitched for a short time for the Dodgers back in the early 2000s. This one's fouled off, of course, better known for his time as a reliever with the Arizona Diamondbacks. Brohan, one of two men to both play Major League Baseball and win a Division III College World Series, the other being legendary Yankees third baseman Scott Brosius. As Williams talks things over with Giesemann. Brosius won with Linfield back in 2013. Brohan, part of the World Series winning team here at SU in 2021. And an impressive stat with those 300 wins is he does not get the called strike there in the bottom corner of the zone against Lubson. This coaching matchup, combined with John Harvell, who has won over 800 wins at these two schools between these two coaches. And there's the called strike 3, and Lubson's down looking. Backwards K for Cole Williams. And that brings up Doc Daniels. 2 walks and a single for the second baseman. Make it 2 walks and 2 hits. He'll try for 2. So that one gets into right field. Petrocelli, a nice throw, but just a hair late. A double for Doc Daniels. Zach Jarnowski heads to third.
Now batting center field, number 1,
Aiden Stufel. A single and a walk in his first 2 plate appearances. He then grounded into an inning-ending double play in the 5th. Williams trying to retire him here. And right at Sheeler, and he will do just that. He gets the flip back from Williams and steps on the bag. And it's time to stretch. Seagull half of the 7th coming up.
Salisbury University's graduate programs are highly ranked and designed to educate and empower you to take your career to the next level. With master's, doctoral, and certificate programs to choose from, you'll be in high demand. Our faculty are dedicated to your success. Conduct research, enhance your knowledge, and become a leader in your field. Many programs have online options, providing quality education with flexibility and support. Learn more about opportunities to make tomorrow yours. Apply now at salisbury.edu. .
I became a teacher for our children to help guide them to a brighter future. I educate myself on topics like clean energy, then share that knowledge with my students to help create a sustainable community. Community solar is a great source of clean energy, and it's affordable, more sustainable, and more affordable. Now that's a bright future for me and the kids. Let's build a better world. Let's solar.
It'll be Danny Sheeler leading off the Seagull half of the 7th inning. Salisbury still comfortably ahead of the Christopher Newport Captains, 12-3 to score, following the 7th inning stretch. Jack Anderson finished off the at-bat against Dylan Weinbrenner in the 6th. Now facing Sheeler with the count at 1-1. Danny Sheeler, 3 singles and a ground out in 4 plate appearances so far. He's now ahead of Anderson 2-1. In the dirt, so make it 3-1 to Sheeler. That pitch way outside. Loveson can't grab it, but it doesn't matter. It was the 4th ball anyway, and Danny Sheeler is aboard with a leadoff walk. And while we have a moment, Salisbury University is home to inspired students and educators, fostering rich opportunities and a broad worldview to challenge ourselves to shape the future. SU propels you towards a better tomorrow in both your life and career. To move boldly forward and learn more about how to make tomorrow yours at Salisbury University, visit salisbury.edu. Alex Seidlich reached on a single, a walk, and an error so far. And you can add a hit by pitch to that now. Anderson a bit too far inside that time. Sheeler goes to second. Hit by pitch is continuing to be problematic for the Captains. We've seen a handful of them today. Now to bring up Zach Giesemann. Giesemann, a 2-for-4 day so far. He flew out to end the 5th inning. But now 2 on and nobody out here in the 7th. Giesemann shows bunt, pulls back as the pitch was high. Giesemann, the 1-0, shows bunt again. Lays it down. Perfectly done from Zach Giesemann. Another high throw. Sheeler is going to come home. They're going to send Alex Seidlich. It's going to be a close play at the bag. Seidlich is safe at home. Another throwing error by the Captains and 2 more score for the Maroon and Gold. So Zach Giesemann reaches on an error and goes to second base, and it's now 14-3 for the hometown team. Adam Tomer, who also reached on an error in the 6th, later came around to score, now at the plate. Outside on the pitch from Anderson. And this has just been a shocking turn of events. We talked about it a little bit. This was a very highly anticipated matchup. CNU always a tough team, 19-6 coming into today. And ahead of the Seagulls in the C2C standings. But Salisbury ahead 14-3 right now. And in danger of adding more. Still no outs here in the 7th. (2-0). 3-0 now. Anderson falling way behind Adam Tomer. You can expect Tomer to take the next pitch, and he does. Called strike. (3-1). Tomer grounds that one to second base. Daniels fields and flips for the first out. Zach Giesemann advances to third, and he's now 90 feet away.
Now second baseman number 9, Dom Frigiola.
With Dom Frigiola coming up to the plate. 1 of 3 for Frigiola. Does have a run scored in the third. But aside from that, a ground out to first and 2 swinging strikeouts for the second baseman. That pitch outside and low. (1-0). Make it 2-0 as that one was high. For the second consecutive batter, we see a 3-0 count. Anderson was able to work an out of Adam Tomer, but now behind Frigiola as well. That one's low in a 4-pitch walk, and there's runners on the corners. The number 9 hitter, Trent Ware. Reached on a hit by pitch in the 6th, made it to second, but got no further. Did Ware. Now trying to avoid a soft grounder up the middle. This will be a base hit instead, and coming home is Zach Giesemann. Heading to third is Dom Frigiola. Is this throw going to go into the bullpen? It looks like that's what happened. So Frigiola will come home as well. Ware will go to third. 2 more runs score. Throwing problems continuing to plague the captains. It'll be a hit for Ware, only a single. But again, he'll head to third. He's now 90 feet away from his second run. And it's the top of the order, and Andrew Kell at the plate. That one an off-speed pitch that hung up in the air, forced Kell to duck out of the way. (1-0). Fastball down the middle, called strike 1-1. Anderson delivered. Kell belts it. This will be an easy RBI single as Ware comes home 17-3. The Seagulls' third 5-run frame in this game. And another RBI for Andrew Kell. It looks like that might be it for Jack Anderson. As John Harvell comes out. The Seagulls tag him for 5. And Troy Brohan will send Joey Bowers to pinch run for Andrew Kell. And what a day Kell has had. And it will be a pitching change, so we'll step away for a moment while the new pitcher warms.
Salisbury University thanks its sponsors and corporate partners of Seagull Athletics. They are Adams Tap House Grill and Black Diamond Lodge, Lafayette Federal Credit Union, Nautilus Solar, Hopper's Tap House, University Park Apartments, Peninsula Orthopedic Associates, Island Creamery, Maryland Army National Guard, BioLife Plasma, the Irish Penny Pub and Grill, Surf Pro of the Lower Shore, Rise Up Coffee Roasters, M&T Bank, Bagel Bakery Cafe, Saltine Warrior Sports Pub, and Harry's Bar. Thanks again for your support of Salisbury University Athletics.
CNU forced to make a pitching change here in the Seagull half of the 7th. Jack Anderson's day is done, and on will come the next pitcher, number 17, Jack Rosenberg. Rosenberg making his 6th appearance of the year. Boasts a 1-0 record and an 8.10 ERA. In 3.1 innings of work, Rosenberg has allowed 3 runs, 5 hits, 3 of which were earned. He'll work against Tim Petroselli with 1 out, and Joey Bowers pinch running at first. And what a performance Andrew Kell has had today. First pitch from the lefty is low and outside. Second pitch misses low as well. And Rosenberg quickly behind Petroselli, 2-0. So a 3-0 count now to Tim Petroselli. You will expect him to take here. And he does. Called strike 3-1. Three-one pitch. Petroselli skies that one into the Seagull bullpen. And while we have our moment, friends, please support our partner, Bagel Bakery Cafe. Bagel Bakery Cafe is proud to support Salisbury Athletics. Stop in today for their famous Chesapeake crab dip and fresh bagels. For 26 years, Bagel Bakery Cafe has been supplying the freshest and tastiest bagels and eats. Located right on South Salisbury Boulevard next to SU, Bagel Bakery Cafe, a proud partner of the Seagulls. 3-2 now to Petroselli, and he's aboard with a walk. Not a great start coming in for Jack Rosenberg. Bowers goes to second. And Dylan Weinbrenner comes to the plate. The Seagulls have now batted through the order in 1 inning for the second time this game, with Weinbrenner's appearance. First pitch to Weinbrenner takes a healthy hack, but comes up with air. 0-1. Weinbrenner started off the day with 2 hits and a walk. Since then, 2 strikeouts. Looking to right the ship once again here. But he's quickly behind Rosenberg, 0-2. Weinbrenner swings and misses, so 3-pitch at bat for Weinbrenner, all strikes, and he is gone. 3 straight strikeouts for Dylan Weinbrenner, and that brings Danny Sheeler to the plate for the second time this inning. He led off the 7th with a walk, in which he later came around to score on. Now with 2 outs and runners on first and second, he'll try to get his first hit of the inning. And almost had it there, but the wind pushed it foul. The 0-1 to Sheeler, fouled back into the netting, make it 0-2. The 0-2 pitch, Sheeler lines that one hard, foul. Outside and in the dirt, Sheeler doesn't bite. Moves the count to 1-2. Once again, Sheeler swings. This is going to be a fair ball. Base hit up the middle. Coming home is Bowers, and he scores. RBI single for Danny Sheeler. He's reached base twice just this inning. Petrocelli goes to second, and Alex Seidlich, who reached on a hit by pitch and later scored earlier in the inning, will now have his second chance. The Seagulls up 18-3 over the rival captains. First pitch to Seidlich in the dirt. Called strike there. Moves the count on Seidlich to 1-1. Inside pitch, 2-1. Good job by Lubson to cover it up. That one misses outside. Seidlich now 3-1. Rosenberg trying to avoid loading the bases. Puts it off at least one pitch. Called strike there. And the count is full. Payoff pitch inside, and Seidlich, for the second time this inning, is aboard, this time with a walk. The bases are loaded with 2 outs for Zach Giesemann. Reached on an error. Later came around to score earlier in the inning. Brian Wilson on to pinch run. for Sheeler.
Second base number 29, Brian Wilson.
First pitch to Giesemann, inside, moves him back. Rosenberg having trouble finding the zone. Giesemann deep to left. Koenig drifting back. And he's got it, and the inning is over, but not before the Seagulls plate 6 more. Through 7, they lead the captains of Christopher Newport 18-3.
Generosity is rewarding. Donating plasma can make a big difference to your monthly income and an even bigger difference to the lives of people with rare diseases. New donors can get up to $900 in the first month donating. Visit BioLifePlasma.com to register to become a new donor today.
Salisbury University thanks its sponsors and corporate partners of Seagull Athletics. They are Adams Tap House Grill and Black Diamond Lodge, Lafayette Federal Credit Union, Nautilus Solar, Hopper's Tap House, University Park Apartments, Peninsula Orthopedic Associates, Island Creamery, Maryland Army National Guard, BioLife Plasma, the Irish Penny Pub and Grill, Surf Pro of the Lower Shore, Rise Up Coffee Roasters, M&T Bank, Bagel Bakery Cafe, Saltine Warrior Sports Pub, and Harry's Bar. Thanks again for your support of Salisbury University Athletics.
Now playing left field, number 8, Joey Bowers.
Friends, stop by Adams Tap House in Fruitland, an official game day sponsor of Seagull Athletics and owned by an SU lacrosse alum. Adams, where there's always something going on. Stop by Adams on game day. It's where Seagulls fly. Changes for the Seagulls in the top of the 8th. Adam Tomer moves in from left to first base for Danny Sheeler. Joey Bowers goes to left. Brian Wilson goes to center. Everything else remains the same as we enter the final 2 innings. Williams' first pitch. Called strike. This one is fouled off. To Koenig. Correction, that's actually Gus Kroll at the plate. Here in the 8th inning. Looking at the schedule for these two teams coming up, we mentioned this is the final regular season game for CNU before C2C tournament play. For Salisbury, on Monday, we'll take on Wilson College here at Donnie Williams Stadium. That'll be followed by Newman the next day and Stevenson the day after that. Following Saturday, April 20th, Mary Washington in town for the 3rd C2C matchup for the Seagulls this year. That'll be followed by Widener the day after that. And that Wednesday, St. Mary's of Maryland in town, followed by an April 25th trip to Ashland, Virginia to take on Randolph-Macon, as this one sent back up the middle, Wilson running it down, and a fly out for Kroll to start the 8th. Senior Day will be here at Donnie Williams Stadium on Friday, April 26th against Marymount, and then Salisbury will head down to CNU to take on the Captains in Newport News. That'll be on May 4th. And then the C2C tournament will begin on May 10th. Called strike there to Eric Wilson, who is hitting for Aaron Maxey. Cole Williams has done a nice job eating up a lot of innings out of the bullpen. That's where he's been used entirely this year. He's been the dominant pitcher out of the bullpen for Troy Brohan. It's the called strike there. Two. Coming up for CNU, I mistakenly said that this would be their last game. Their last regular season game will be against Salisbury in Newport News, but after today they will head to Raleigh to take on William Peace and then to Harrisonburg, Virginia to take on Eastern Mennonite. That'll be followed by an April 18th matchup against Pfeiffer and an April 24th matchup at North Carolina Wesleyan. Washington and Lee and Mary Wash due up after that, followed by Lynchburg, Randolph-Macon, and then Salisbury, as here's a base hit by Eric Wilson. Coaches emptying their benches here in these last two innings. Kevin Mackman pinch hitting for Sam Benedict. First pitch to Mackman misses low for a ball. One-0. That one just a hair too far inside, 2-0. This one fouled hard down the first base line. Williams with a runner on first, looking to coax a ground out of Mackman. He now finds himself behind the aforementioned Mackman. 3-1 count. Gets him to swing that time, and the count is full. Payoff pitch. Mackman grounds that one foul. We'll do it again. Full count pitch once again from Williams. Here it is. This one hit foul down the left side, so again we'll run it back. Three-two, grounded up the middle. Frigiola grabs it, flips to second for one. High throw. Nice job by Tomer to grab it and keep it at the infield, but not enough to get the double play. Eric Wilson is gone. Mackman reaches on a fielder's choice. That brings up Scott Crossan. First pitch is lined hard down the right side, but out of play by Scott Crossan. A strikeout, a single, and a ground out to second in 3 plate appearances. And after losing 10-6 in that heartbreaker to Catholic on Wednesday, Troy Brohan's team has responded very well. Did they get him? No. Made it close. But Mackman able to get back to first in time. 0-1, make it 0-2. Crossing fans that time. Williams looking to end the inning here, and he does. Crossan swings and misses for strike 3. CNU down to their final 3 outs, but first the Seagulls will bat in the 8th. That's coming up after this.
Salisbury University's graduate programs are highly ranked and designed to educate and empower you to take your career to the next level. With master's, doctoral, and certificate programs to choose from, you'll be in high demand. Our faculty are dedicated to your success. Conduct research, enhance your knowledge, and become a leader in your field. Many programs have online options, providing quality education with flexibility and support. Learn more about opportunities to make tomorrow yours. Apply now at salisbury.edu.
Great seats at a great price. Get them safer, simpler, and smarter with Ticket Smarter. A proud partner to the biggest names in live sports and events, including ESPN events and iHeart Radio. Ticket Smarter has seats for over 125,000 live events and 48 million tickets for sale. All backed with the Ticket Smarter 100% ticket guarantee. Thinking about your next great live event? Think smarter. Think Ticket Smarter. Get your tickets your way, guaranteed at Ticketsmarter.com.
Lots of defensive changes for the Captains as we get set to start the Seagull half of the 8th inning. Gus Kroll in left field for Jacob Koenig. Doc Daniels moves from second to third in place of Sam Benedict. Eric Wilson stays in at first for Aaron Maxey. And lastly, Justin Liakis in at second for Daniels, who moved to third. Adam Tomer at the plate now. Quickly ahead of Rosenberg 2-0. Sends that one back up the middle. Running over to cover is Liakis, and the throw to first in time. Tomer is gone. Consecutive 4-3 groundouts for Adam Tomer. That'll bring up pinch hitter number 14, Kevin Dahl.
Number 14, Kevin Dahl.
Kevin Dahl making his 4th appearance of the year. Still looking for his first hit. Actually, this will be Dahl's first plate appearance. He's been used only as a pinch runner thus far. He's got 2 runs scored in his 3 games played. He comes in for Frigiola. Now faces a 1-1 count. The 1-1. Dahl watches it go by for a called strike. We really can't say enough about the rebound performance Salisbury's put on today after that loss to Catholic, facing off against a tough CNU team with conference standings on the line as that one's in the dirt. And it came out swinging in the first and have not looked back. They've played at 18 so far. Two. Dahl check swing. Did he go? No, says the first base umpire. Count is now full to Kevin Dahl. Payoff pitch. Dahl swings and misses for strike 3. Quickly, 2 gone here in the bottom of the 8th.
Now batting shortstop, 39,
Trent Ware will not be pinch hit for. He'll have the opportunity to swing the bat. A strikeout, 2 singles, a ground out, and a hit by pitch for Ware. Skies that one foul and out of the stadium. Now the 0-1. Outside to Ware, count evens up. One pitch. Curveball doesn't drop low enough. 2-1. This one is skied by Ware to deep left, and you could kiss that one goodbye. No, it stayed in play. It looked like it was gone, but it dropped in. The wind pushed it back. It'll go off the wall, so it'll still be a double for Ware. That looked like it had a chance, but just not quite enough on it. Still a double for Ware. That brings up Joey Bowers, a 2-out double for Ware. Bowers representing the top of the order coming up. Rosenberg's first pitch to Bowers low for a ball. The 1-0 now to Bowers. 1-1 as he fouls it off. Bowers watches that one drop in for a called strike. 1-2. The 1-2 delivery. Bowers fouls it off. Count stays put. Bowers will try again. Swing and a miss for strike 3, and the inning is over. Captains have 3 outs remaining. Top of the 9th and the conclusion of this game coming up.
Salisbury University thanks its sponsors and corporate partners of Seagull Athletics. They are Adams Tap House Grill and Black Diamond Lodge, Lafayette Federal Credit Union, Nautilus Solar, Hopper's Tap House, University Park Apartments, Peninsula Orthopedic Associates, Island Creamery, Maryland Army National Guard, BioLife Plasma, The Irish Penny Pub and Grill, Surf Pro of the Lower Shore, Rise Up Coffee Roasters, M&T Bank, Bagel Bakery Cafe, Saltine Warrior Sports Pub, and Harry's Bar. Thanks again for your support of Salisbury University Athletics.
Well, 3 outs remaining in this game. Top of the 9th inning. Salisbury leading CNU 18-3. A lot of defensive changes coming in with the attempt to get the save. It'll be number 28, Aiden Hankins, making his 3rd appearance of the year. 3 innings of work for Aiden Hankins on the year. 2 hits allowed and 1 run, but it was unearned, so he's got a ERA of 0. Some other changes. Tomer remaining at first. Craig moves in. Alex Craig in right. Wilson in center. Joey Bowers in left. Ware remains at short. Kevin Dahl in at second. Seedlick at third. And Ben Anderson in at catcher. It'll be Josh Reinhold in the top of the order, leaving things off here in the top of the 9th as Hankins looks to finish things off here at Donnie Williams Stadium. Reinhold 0 for 3 with a walk. A good curveball there from Hankins, and he's ahead 1-2. This one is popped up down the right field line, but just barely out of play. Hankins the 1-2 pitch. This one grounded down the third base line. Seedlick runs up and grabs it, throws to Tomer. In time for the out. 1 gone here in the top of the 9th.
Now up DH for the 16, Zach Jarnowski.
That brings up the DH, Zach Jarnowski. This one grounded up the middle. Ware runs over and grabs it at short, throws to Tomer. 2 away, and the Captains are down to their final out. It'll be Lubzen coming to the plate, representing the final hope of CNU. Hankins' first pitch to him in the zone for a called strike. Lubzen, our player to watch coming in, has been held in check today. 2 looking strikeouts, a line out, and a fly out. And now he's in a 0-2 hole, and the Captains down to their final strike. Oh, 0-2 pitch. Just misses outside. Captains stay alive. One, 2. Grounded foul down the third base line. So 1-2 again. This one grounded to Ware at short. He fields, throws across to Tomer. Off the bag, but it pulls in the direction of Lubzen, and the game is over. The Seagulls, a dominant and much-needed win over Christopher Newport by a final score of 18-3. What a day to be a Seagull fan. Wins across the board, including one right here at Donnie Williams Stadium, as the Seagulls go to 1-1 in C2C play, setting them up well as we move towards the latter part of this season. We thank you for watching this presentation of Salisbury University Athletics on the Seagull Sports Network. Our executive producer has been Nick Lewis, our camera operator has been Brian Major, and our computer technician has been Olivia Kuntz. For all of us here at SGSN, this is Jeremy Carr saying so long from Donnie Williams Stadium, and we'll see you next time. We sure are glad you joined us. We hope you had fun. I know we did. Today's final score once again, Salisbury 18, CNU 3. This has been Salisbury University Baseball on the Seagull Sports Network.